I'll come to that, but let me give you a background to this. Okay, so as I said, I've spent more than 3 decades now. I'm 58, not getting any younger, but I'm getting that much more. Probably it's for me a mission now to really help young leaders or business leaders accelerate their business growth and their own leadership. And it's like payback time for me. For me, it's now about giving it back to the ecosystem where I've learned so much from. So that's where we launched a leadership success webinar. It's a webinar which is about 2.5 to 3 hours, where I share this 5 step people transformation framework. And as I mentioned, the 5 step framework is around how to build an employer brand or how to attract people to your organization. Then we talk about what are the best practices of hiring. I see a lot of people not even make good job descriptions. Okay, so I have clients who say, "ये 4-5 bullet points है, हमको candidates दे दो." They do not have structured interviews. So you go and sit in an interview and you are not prepared and you ask questions which are उस वक्त पे whatever that you feel you want to ask. There is no panel interview. So there's absolutely no structure to the process of hiring. In the second step, it is about how to create a structure around hiring so that you've attracted the good people. But now you need to hire the right people. Don't make mistakes in your hiring. How can you fix the mistakes that people usually make in hiring? So that's the second step. The third step is about how you build a great culture. And that's where we talk about how to create growth paths for your people, how to use rewards and recognition in your organization, how to ensure that people are aligned with the goals and vision and mission of the organization. So that's about culture and how leaders should behave. Because as I mentioned, culture starts from the top, and leaders need to lead by example. So we talk about that in the third step. The fourth step is around development of your talent. What are the best practices that you need to invest in terms of ensuring that you are continuously upskilling your team? How to identify performers, how to identify non-performers, how to deal with performers, how to deal with non-performers, how to take the performers to the next level, how to ensure non-performers become performers, as also how to deal with non-performers who are kind of consistently non-performing. How do you exit them? That becomes an extremely important step in how do you manage non-performers and take tough decisions. So that's about the fourth step. And then the fifth step is about retention in terms of what are the practices that you need to do. Compensation is not the way you retain people. Absolutely. Compensation is only a hygiene factor. You need to be competitive. If you're non-competitive, obviously you will have problems. But again, compensation comes from that philosophy of respect. Now, if you ask me how compensation is related to respect, it's about how do you respect the value that individual is adding to your business. And if you respect the value that person is giving to your business, you will pay him accordingly and you will pay him correctly. But retention is also about creating that mahol in your organization, that environment in your organization, that people feel that sense of belonging. They are passionately committed to your organization. When people are passionately committed at an emotional level with your organization, obviously they are not going to leave very easily. So that's the 5 step framework that we really work on, and that's how. So this is a 2.5 to 3 hour webinar. It's more about me sharing my experiences. It's more about me trying to help whosoever feels that it's valuable to them.